Vocalist Club presents.
In the name of God. Greeting and kindness to all Vocalist Club's beloved family. I'm Muhammad Reza Rahmani, and I'm so glad that I'm here today. Today we want to start the first session with proper breathing, or diaphragmatic breathing, or singing breathing. First step for providing a favorable voice is proper breathing. Today's lessons are same in men and women because it is related to body physiology. And it is the same. First, let's talk about lungs activity. What have lungs been doing and what are they going to do from now? Everyone breathes properly during infancy, and if you see a newborn, you will notice that during breathing, the belly of the newborn goes up and down. But unfortunately, this diaphragmatic breathing disappears gradually, and it changes to chest breathing. But in these classes, in the early sessions, we will teach you what correct breathing is, or in other words, what diaphragmatic breathing is. And we will explain that our breathing is supposed to transfer from upper parts to lower parts. What is diaphragm? We will post a complete article about diaphragm and what it is going to do on our site. So right now, if I want to explain it in just a few sentences, I have to say that diaphragm is a muscle that is located here under the chest ribs, and from the bottom it is connected to the spine that separates the upper part of our body. Lungs and heart from the lower part, digestive system. Singers need to learn diaphragmatic breathing in order to release their voices and release their neck muscles from tension, especially those friends who have problems in high pitches. When they want to sing in a high pitch, their muscles in these parts will be in tension. Their vocal cords want to be open, but those muscles do not allow them by pressing, and it causes distort in the voice, sore throat, and many other problems for larynx. What should we do for solving this problem? We have to try to transfer our breathing from upper part, like this, to the lower part, like this. With these things which I will tell you, and this lower part will be open completely. What is diaphragmatic space? This part of diaphragm that I told you, the below parts like stomach, flanks and back muscles, and also lower than stomach, the groin muscles that are here, we need to know them and activate them if we want to have a good breathing. My friends, diaphragmatic breathing increases the voice life. And even I want to tell you that the correct diaphragmatic breathing makes your body have much more oxygen. Your brain works better, have a healthier body, and so on. For example, imagine a balloon. Those friends who have questions about how to have audible voice, they should pay attention that the answer is in diaphragmatic breathing. Imagine a balloon. If you press the balloon from up to down, it will throw your hand upward. It exactly happens to our correct breathing and singing. When you strengthen your diaphragm muscle, your voice will be more audible and less pressure will be on your voice. You must see some musical instruments. For example, any instrument with a bowler like mandolin, violin, guitar, or any other instrument with a bowler. Those strings on these instruments are our larynx. If you took out those strings from the instruments and located them on any other things like a wall, they wouldn't have sound. The reason that you can make sounds out of those instruments is the bowler, which sounds go in that and got some resonances and then come out. These strings are our vocal cords, and the bowler is our diaphragmatic space that makes your voice to come out from a correct place and be more tuned. Before I want to talk about breathing and diaphragmatic breathing and inhaling and correct exhaling, it is necessary to talk about the correct posture of standing or sitting of a singer and all parts in diaphragmatic space in order to understand well and breathe correctly. Well, as I told you, one part of our diaphragmatic space is our stomach. The other part is our flanks, which if you breathe correctly, they will be inflated too. And even the space behind our flanks, I mean back here, and these are parts of our diaphragmatic space, and at the end, the groin muscles. Some friends have a lordosis and it makes them to not have a correct breathing in this part. What should we do to avoid this and solve this problem? I want you right now, while you're listening to me, to stand up and lean against a wall. When you put your hand on your back, and you see that your hand goes in and there is an arc there between the wall and your waist, and that is lordosis. If we don't feel this part and don't use this part, we can't have a correct breathing. There are some exercises. First one is to lean against a wall, then you bend your knees very little and spine the hip out. By doing this, if you put your hand on your back again, you will notice that arc disappears and that part is ready to be filled if you take a good breath. There is another exercise for those who have lordosis. You should lay on the floor, the soles of feet on the floor, and knees bend 90 degrees. By spinning the hips, put the lordosis on the floor. For example, pause for 5 seconds. Then relax and then do it again. Do it for a while during days, and hopefully you will have this problem solved gradually. Well, we were talking about the way of sitting and standing. Let's forget the legs and fixing lordosis and come to the chest. The chest should be completely up. The singer is not supposed to be like this. The singer's chest must be up. That's a sign. By just taking a look at the person who sits behind the microphone, it is completely obvious that if they are aware of these basics or not. We shouldn't slouch at all. We shouldn't also do this. It changes the path of voice. Now I tell you, chest up, relax shoulders and arms muscles. Those who sings while standing, don't put your hands in your pockets, don't put your hands at your back or front, don't cross your arms, let them free completely and relax your neck muscles. Completely relax. Keep your head right and completely free, and the angle between the chest and jaw should be 90 degrees. Look straight as if you are looking in a mirror. So natural, like this. This is the correct way of sitting and standing. If you sit and sing, sit on the edge of the chair. not in the middle part, so that your upper torso and lower body become in this way, because it leads to disorders in breathing. Maybe you should bring your knees a little bit forward, or if you can place them in front of the floor to have this posture in your diaphragmatic space. So, it was the correct posture of sitting or standing, but about inhaling. If I want to talk, I have to say that we can inhale in two ways. One through nose and the other through mouth. There are some pros in inhaling through mouth and some in through nose. One of the pros in inhaling through mouth is that we can inhale faster, and the other is with lower sound. The sound is different. It has a lower sound, or better to say, it is without sound. So it is faster and quieter. Inhaling through nose has three pros that are very important. One of them is that nose makes the air warmer and then send it to the vocal cords. The other one is that nose cleans the air. And the third one is nose moistens the air. Now in this class we want to do the exercises with an open mouth, I mean through mouth. Like a slurping soup, like this. I will teach you 4 exercises that you can watch them and practice them in the next video.